Welcome to Brent by Brent. I'm a Los Angeles-based reseller, and I spent. Do you know what I spent?
I think it's like, that's my guess. Let it be known.
Let's do a breakdown. I spent $196.50 on Friday. I spent $120 on Saturday, and I spent $203 on Sunday.
You also spent like the regular racks.
And I spent $6 at the racks. Whatever the total is, that's what I spent. All right. Anyways, best find of the week. Not really the best find, but to me, vintage 1990s Patagonia hat. Super stoked on that. Let's get straight to it. Karl Lagerfeld sweater. This is that's why it's like this. Tell me, are you guys getting Lagerfeld? For me, it's a bit of a mid-brand, but in certain categories it does well. Sometimes we think about just taking this to consignment, but we don't know if we should take this one or sell it ourselves. All right, starting off with the shirts. This is Moschino. All the print actually came off because we were soaking it. Now it's kind of like this. I don't know. Is it cooler? Is it worse? I don't really know. Next, we have this G-Star Raw Military Edition. They call it G-Star Raw Cargo. Long sleeve. These do pretty well. G-Star Raw is a pretty good bolo. Should get decent money. I actually haven't found many Mountain Hardwear shirts. This one is nice quality. You can see you have the zipper on the pocket. But this is a men's extra large, which I'm sure has a high sell-through rate. This is a pretty cool piece. I haven't really found anything quite like this, but this is a Julius Erving jersey, which is Dr. J from, 70s? I think he's 70. But yeah, it doesn't say Irving or anything on it, and it isn't a true vintage piece. It's just like a retro, but it's still super cool. Dr. J is one of my favorite players. Tory Burch got these kind of fish scallops. Tory Burch is a funny brand because we pass on it all the time when it comes down to shoes, but in other categories it does quite well. This is another Tory Burch. This kind of like a paper bag waist. I don't know if that's the proper terminology. Big threadings, kind of Sashiko-esque. This is a modern girl skateboard shirt. Not going to get too much for this, but skateboarding shirts have continued to perform for me. Continue to pick them up. And Girl Skateboards is a really good brand when it comes down to vintage pieces. So I'm going for hundreds of dollars. Even the basics still doing well. This is a Buck Mason, and with Buck Mason you want to make sure that you're always checking what you got and the type of hem that you have. This one is a bamboo cotton wool blend, which is not one that I found before, and then this one is a straight hem. Yeah, Mason continues to deliver for me, sometimes selling within the same day. This one is a Billionaire's Boy Club abstract art piece. This one, size large. Now, someone was commenting last week if I get it much, and I guess you gave me that opportunity to find one this week. This is a COS shirt. COS does pretty well, actually. This style I'm expecting to do really well as well. I'm hoping to get $50, but we'll see what this ends up going for. This is another, I think I got one like this last week. This one, in fact, is the red jersey.
So this is where the audio cuts out because our receiver of our microphones ran out. Ran out of battery, so my bad on that. So I'll just be commenting. I'll be doing a voiceover here. This one is the standard James purse. Inch nails, year 0 on the giant tag. A little bit of a more modern piece, but you go crazy for 9-inch nail shirts when they're older. This one is a special Nike SB Lance Mountain shirt. Haven't really found too many of his basics. Not the best pickup, but I like to pick up Nike SB. This is Killstar, this brand I haven't really heard about, but they kind of have these cool designs, and we got multiple pieces throughout these few days. There's pretty cool designs on this. I think it'll work well for like a punk goth angle. This is a promo shirt for the hit Arcane, or the hit TV series on called Arcane by Riot Games. Pretty interesting to find this one. I actually really like this show. So I'm thinking of holding this one, and I think I do, and I'm just going to hold that for the future. I think just for fun. It'll become rare at some point, we'll see. That's Vi and Jinx. This is a little bit of a more interesting category for this piece. It is a women's dress for Stussy. This little Stussy emblem on the side of the shoulder. This is just playing off the camo basics, camo anything is kind of really well right now, especially the all over prints. This is just a basic Carhartt shirt, nothing too special there. That was also a Killstar shirt. This one is a Sacramento Kings jersey. The NHL, or actually not just the NHL, but hockey jerseys have been doing pretty well for me, so I pick it up regardless. This is a vintage, maybe 1990s. On this one aren't too crazy, and it does have like bleach splatter on it, but it's hard to leave a vintage Disney shirt behind. I still should get like $30 for it. This one is 120th anniversary Harley Davidson shirt, and the 120 anniversary shirts, or just the whole collection, does pretty well. So if you see that, that's definitely something to pick up. Not crazy money on that one though. This is Adidas Utah Jazz Karl Malone. I think this one is a Youth Cool Base Majestic Gonzalez. This is a brand I haven't seen in a while. I actually have another jersey that I just remembered I needed to sell. It's kind of damaged a bit, but it's a Homme and Femme. Something that's pretty decent on like a platform like because it's streetwear. This is an All Saints snap shacket or long sleeve shirt. Decent comps on that one. And this is a Astros Majestic Cool Base. So a few jerseys, and I do like to sell jerseys, so okay, so we're gonna pick up this Tour Master motorcycle, I guess onesie is what you would call it. Motorcycle stuff has been doing pretty well for me overall, so I continue to pick it up. I've picked up Tour Master before, mostly jackets. This is kind of this very interesting type North Face print, all over print, and with the cool prints on North Face hoodies have done pretty well. This is a vintage Patagonia Regulator Series Polar Tech knit full zip. These do pretty well, especially just because they're Regulator Series, and I think this one's also a good size, as I think it's a men's large. So should do pretty good on that one. This one is Anning Bing, and it's just like this sweater with the tiger on the front. This brand does pretty well for jeans, I know, and we don't really come across it too much, so I was happy to pick that up and test it out. This one is a We the Free, which we're starting to realize is a lot stronger than just the Pure Free People line, and honestly the Pure Free People line is not doing so well. It has this interesting cut and is stitched backwards on the front. It's kind of a basic North Face hoodie, and I won't be selling this one myself. I will just take it to a consignment store and see if they'll take it. This is a new brand for us. It is Orla Bar Brown. Do pretty good. This one is a little bit snagged in a couple places, but still fine. Brand seems to do really well in certain categories. I just wanted to test it out. I got this one from my friend, so they told me I should try to sell it. I was looking comps at like for $50. Unfortunately, this Columbia is not really in a great position with its zipper. Kind of, it still zips, but there's no handle and there's no place to put a handle. And it's just a Columbia, but I picked this up because it had that nice all over print on it, which tends to do well. This is LAMB Lamb. Gwen Stefani's brand. Have been finding it quite a bit recently. It seems to be moving pretty well on like one is especially cool, has these really like out sleeves. One is North Face full zip jacket. This one is a vintage made in USA Carhartt vest. This one does not zip up, unfortunately, but has some nice distress on it, and it looks kind of like it has been bleached. I'm not really sure, but either way, I think it still will be a fine sell. I honestly think it's pretty cool the way it looks, so I think that will do quite well. This is a Kasubi sweater with these rope into a skeletal there. Even has it on the sleeves. Kasubi is really a strong brand. I typically like to sell the jeans if I can. In all categories it does well. There's some really great t-shirts as well. This one I'm not super keen on. or I don't know too much about it, just because I kind of got blind. I didn't even realize till after we shot this video that this was the Ebbets Field flannels. And I sold Ebbets Field flannels on for hats, and they sell really well actually. But this is not like a flannel type material, it's almost like satin, so it's definitely very nice, so I expect I'll do pretty well on that. This one is a North Face SWAT puffer jacket, as you can see right here. I was unsure if I should even pick this up, honestly, because I was like, I don't know if there's any, if you can are impersonating an officer if you're wearing something like that. But I decided I'd pick it up. This one is this very nice Burberry paneled here, and it is honestly comps really well. Not just like a typical Burberry piece, so that's why I think it will do really well. And so we decided to get more Burberry this week, as if it were a choice. One is this quilted, almost like a liner jacket, that famous Burberry pattern on the inside. Yeah, very nice quilted jacket. Expect to do really well on that one as well. This is a vintage 1991 Cowboys Dallas, Texas Lee Sport Tag pullover. Hard Rock Cafe Hollywood. This is a pullover too. Hard Rock Cafe does well on a platform like Depop. This one is just like this denim vest from Levi's. Just has that cool little eye there. And honestly, denim jackets, denim vests, whether they're vintage or not, have been doing quite well for me. So I continue to pick them up. This one also has like this nice acid wash or like bleach fading. This one, another Hard Rock Cafe. This one I'd play off more the Y2K keyword. Has these stitching on the sleeves. But yeah, I do quite well. This is a really nice pair of Carhartt quarter zip pullover. This one has the Rain Defender, so Rain Defender does especially well for these. Expect to get from 50 to 60 on that one. This is a new type of North Face cut that I haven't really seen. It features this waist parka style, these kind of buttons, puffer hooded for the women. This one should do really well, even though we're switching into the summer months. And so now we're going into the pants. These are some Anchor Blue khaki cargo pants, older style. Khaki has been really in lately, I feel. This one here is a Ben Davis with these scalloped, I think they call them oyster pockets. That's what it's called, oyster pockets. I'm not too of an expert on Ben Davis. I know there's a lot to it, but this is a nice piece as well, and we should get some good money on that. Here we got these pretty big double knee 511 tactical cargo pants, and 511 has done pretty well for us, so I've continued to pick it up. This bigger size be fine because people will use this stuff for working. I believe these are a pair of Spanx. I stand corrected. Are they? I'm not sure. Oh no, these are Vince leather pants. Sold these same exact pair a couple times pretty quickly, so I've just picked it up. I don't really know what's great for Vince, but I know this is kind of like a later 2000s. This one is very good. We got a Nike Tech here with the gray and the green. Nike Tech fleece continues to perform well, so we just continue to pick it up. This one is a vintage pair of Levi's. I think these are the boot cut ones, so I think it's 517. Really excellent condition, USA. Vintage Levi's, bread and butter for us. These are some Carhartt black overalls with double knee. Don't really the best for us when it comes down to Carhartt, but if it has double knees, then it's definitely worth picking up, because the double knee is just so sought after nowadays. So yeah, that would pick up. Kind of a funny thing to pull out of the bins too, because everyone will see it because it's so massive. That is just a pair of North Face hiking pants, just nice for summer. These pants I thought were especially cool because they feature a lot of these really cool pockets. This is a women's rusty size 8, and yeah, nice color on it, and yeah, really the pockets are what sell it to me. Really cool pockets. So I expect that to do really well on a platform like Depop as well. So we're getting a lot of Depop items here. This one, I believe, is a oh no, this is a G-Star Raw Woman. This one also features a really interesting pocket right on the ankle. This is a vintage pair of Levi's as well. I believe these are kids, but I think they're to the point where a woman could wear it. We're going to have to run some measurements on it, but it's in really excellent condition, and it's made in USA. So, and it's a black wash, so it'll do definitely really well as well. We'll have to see what it measures out to, because it will get more money if I can list it for women's. This is just a Buck Mason chino style pants, and you guys know already that I love Buck Mason. I think it's really great, and if I wore clothes, I probably would wear just Buck Mason because I really like their aesthetic and style. These are some shorts. We're just trying to pick up any type of jean shorts, so we're picking up a lot of Levi's 501 cutoffs. It doesn't really, because we know these are going to sell really well in the summer, and we anticipate that will come back really hard, so we're really trying to load up. And when we're picking them at the bins, they're not very expensive either, which is great. These are, I believe, another pair of vintage Levi's, made in USA. I think these ones are a new brand to us. This one has a snag, so it's not the best condition, but it's a Joa Brown joggers, and we were looking up comps, and they're around $50-$60 as well, which is right the price that we like, but some are going for more in this brand, so definitely look out for Joa Brown. This is just another pair of Levi's 501, nothing special there, but we're just picking them up because they've always been selling great. Another Levi's 501. These ones are at Levi's Premium, I think wedgie straight, another just bread and butter. Levi's Premium brand is really good for like the straight fits. There are some Carhartt double knee pants, cargo rip stops, I believe. I think that's what it is. These are some upcycle Levi's 501 on this yellow colorway, and the art on it was pretty good, so I kind of had to pick up. Otherwise, I typically don't think about it too much. Because a lot of times if the art is not good, like no one's gonna buy it, and even when it's really good, sometimes it can be hard to sell. But anyways, gonna own that artist when I list it. Next we got some more Levi's. These ones also have 501 vintage pair, I believe. So a lot of vintage Levi's coming in here. Typically we don't want to do too much with what I'm trying to say is I like to pick up mostly 501 Levi's and 550s. 505s are okay too. That was a G-Star Raw Restored Denim. This one is a vintage pair of just pants. I just like them. These ones are made in USA and feature a talon zipper as well. So they're yellow, and I think there's something that we're gonna have to really play off those keywords. But yeah, they should, well, nothing crazy though. And just throwing out another pair of 501s. But you know, guys, the ones, they add up, and it's not always about the home runs. A lot of times I just pick up what I think will do well. I don't really care too much. I mean, I have a price threshold, but that's some Spanx right, by the way. And we don't really pick up too much Spanx, but I decided to this time. Alright, so we got a few pieces here that were that we accidentally up. So this is a vintage pair of orange tab type 3 Sherpa line jacket here, Levi's jacket. And yeah, we accidentally bleached it a little bit, as you can see here. And so anyways, what do you guys think? Is it still sellable like this? Me personally, I think so. When it comes to vintage pieces, these things happen. Not usually from the person restoring it, but yeah. Anyways, this one, another one of those Kill Star that I was saying we got a few pieces of. This one I think is actually the coolest one. Has this really cool face on it. And then this is another one of the bleach victims. It's this Y2K over from Nike. The center swoosh on the back. Actually a really cool pair. I think it doesn't matter too much with that, because sometimes it just looks like fading, and you know, honestly there's nothing to do about that, right? Just a mistake on our part, but we'll still try to sell it. So, and I think it still will sell because it doesn't look bad in my opinion. but you guys let me know. This was kind of a random piece. The Canada Goose garment bag. They sell pretty well, actually. This one is now J. Crew. This is a J. Crew like duffel bag. Believe it's dry goods line. J. Crew bags does pretty well. This is a 5-panel Obey kind of Aztec print. Obey is not a brand I'm really picking up much of, but the 5-panel hats with this kind of print do actually very well for Obey, so be on the lookout for that. This is a World Industries skateboarding hat. Definitely something that is sought after right now, so this should do really well as well. This is a Gorns Brothers fedora, like wolf, and I think Maddie's one of these for like $60 last week. Yeah, these do really well. I've been really liking picking up Gorn Bros as it does sell really quickly. These are a pair of Oakley goggles. I think I need to like glue that back on. But other than that, these are pretty cool. They have a nice print on them. I haven't really sold too much glasses in general or even goggles, but I know Oakley's, you have to pick that up. This one is a Diesel Industries type of like army bucket hat or like safari hat. Say Diesel, obviously Bolo, and got some ties, some Givenchy and Ermenegildo Zegna, which are honestly, the Givenchy isn't like the best pickup. Ermenegildo Zegna does really well typically, not the best sell through though. And this is like an M2 army helmet. Not sure how old this is. I'm not even sure like if it was picking up, but I did see there was some high comps on these helmets if they were older or whatnot, so I'm gonna have to do my due diligence on this. I don't know if you guys know anything about army helmets, but this seemed to be a worthwhile pickup because I definitely gonna make more than I pay for it, and potentially could be worth a lot. And this one's also very interesting. It's a Harley Davidson helmet as well, and yeah, this one's pretty cool. I'm not really sure what these sell for either, but I do know that if a Harley Davidson shirt sells for decent money sometimes, then a Harley Davidson has got to sell pretty well as well. So now this is just me talking, and who knows what I'm saying, honestly. But I thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'm sorry about this voiceover. It's probably just, I really take. And we're going to continue some more videos. We're in the process of moving, so we're going to have a nicer space to make these videos. And thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my content. I really appreciate that. And always feel free to reach out or to engage with me. And please tell me what you guys are up to this week. And there's a bird right there. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you when I see you.